What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to unpack the first week of the Season 4 for Cosmic Crucible. So, you guys may have seen this if you were engaged, but, we know that 4 out of the 6 rooms for this Cosmic Crucible setting was rigged, so in the sense they weren't working as intended, but we were still able to take advantage of the teams and synergies, and hopefully this is going to translate to obviously a better experience in the weeks ongoing once this has been fixed. So having said that, guys, I mean, my teams actually have only changed slightly since my first video on this, but I mean, I want to showcase at least for you what teams work for myself, which ones seem to have been, problem makers for my enemies that face me, and as I'm working my way up to Plat 2 and so forth, I really want to show you guys what teams work and obviously finding success, especially taking advantage of these new rooms and settings. So I love the fact that there's been a lot more theory crafting involved, so that's really the beauty of it. Hopefully they get these rooms fixed up. So having said that, guys, let's get right to it. What is my 6 team defense in terms of the synergies, and why did I choose them? And I'll also point out at least the ones that did have a lot of success. So I mean, first and foremost, in my room 1 pressure points, I've slotted Wakandans there for now just because they played a very pivotal role in my first week here, just because with this room being busted, essentially everyone was getting the additional 200% damage. So all of my Wakandans were just hitting like a truck. They're also pretty fast. All the assisted attacks with Koye. So I'm eager to see how that's going to translate in the next run. But this room did not lose at all. Thankfully I had them slotted in before I knew about the bugs. But they actually did their job, which is sweet. And the actual bug actually worked in my favor. So I kept them on there. Very, very strong team. We'll see how that shakes out once the bug has been revised. Room 2, basically the raid room where, raid specific teams get all their bonus effects and impact. And so far, 2 teams really do stand out to me, Bifrost and as well as Rebirth. I don't have my full Bifrost team built up, so that's why I slotted in Rebirth. This has been giving a lot of enemies a hard time, and like I said, I don't think this room was also working as intended, or maybe there was an issue there, but I mean, this is just such a strong team, guys. Their synergy and support, and they just take away a lot of efficiencies from my enemies, and on top of that, I just have them overall built up pretty strong, especially with my Captain America being in Dark Dimension 6, gear tier level 18. He's really such a core strength of my team, as you can see with the bulk of them being gear tier 15, not even 16, right? So holding down the 4 for now. I want to see how they do once the updates and bugs have been revised. We got Infinity Watch and Cosmic Shielding for room 3. So this one actually did pretty good as well. I found that my enemies had a really tricky time, and again, this one was bugged, but I mean, each Cosmic Hero gaining deflect and applying defense down. We didn't take advantage of obviously the new warrior benefits here on the multiversal warriors, but I mean, regardless, they just got a lot of benefits. They're all being Cosmic Hero characters, the exception being Nebula. So I'm eager to see how this is gonna be after this week shakes out in terms of the bugs. But I think they were a strong standalone team, and it's just great to see that Infinity Watch still has a lot of staying power, even despite the meta being changed so often now in terms of all the teams and synergies that have come about since their release. So really great to see. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. I don't think they lost a single match in my defenses, so I'm planning to keep them there. Young Avengers, I really like this one because of the fact that they had that defense and offensive capability where, Miss Marvel's causing the taunt and therefore gaining offense up. As a result of that, the allies with offense up are also getting gain assist too. So I like that synergy, and especially with Squirrel Girl gaining speed and turn meter when any of the fellow allies get below that threshold. We have Kate Bishop obviously blinding. This is still a strong standalone team. I love how they can counter a lot of teams as well. So I'm keeping them there. They lost a couple times in my defense, but I mean, I think my enemies still had to use strong offensive characters to take them down, so they utilize a strong offensive option from my enemy, and I find great value in that. Mutant Spiders, we had some options here in terms of utilizing hero mutants. If you recall, Astonishing X-Men, Unlimited X-Men, and Candyman X-Men are all going to be counted as that if they're classified as hero mutant. I think the bug with this one was that all the mutants were getting counted as this, so they were all getting the buffs. You can also mix it up by actually utilizing Spider-Verse characters here too, because Tangle Web and Web Warriors are also counted as the same. So up to you, but so far I found that this room was doing decent. I think it lost It lost all of my 3 rounds because I think my opponents were aware of the synergies they had. So to be honest, I don't really have a good enough measuring stick yet to see sample size to see how this team is going to do once the bugs have been revised. So I'm going to keep them there for now, but I like the fact that Jubilee has synergy with Beast and provides that sustain. Rogue and Gambit are easily 2 of the best of the Unlimited X-Men, and we still have Phoenix. You know, statistically, not great, power crap pretty hard, but I mean, she's got synergies now being counted as part of the Unlimited or Astonishing X-Men here because of the rune bonus. So I want to see how they do together, and then we'll likely have to probably change this rune, potentially even slot in Tangle Web to see how they do. But I just want to switch things up because it does allow me to have my Tangle Web as an offensive option as well. Last but not least, building momentum. So this one with my Gamma team and Apocalypse, I actually expected to do one of the best out of all these teams, and surprisingly they did not, and we all know why. With this room specifically, their special was actually costing them more energy to use. So this room was actually causing them more harm than good, even despite the fact that their ultimates were able to be cast up. Their specials then would take much longer. So that actually created a lot of havoc for my guys, but fortunately they were a strong enough team in the synergy with Apocalypse that they still caused a lot of headache for those attacking, and they always took down a strong offensive option from my enemies. So I mean, overall guys, these 6 rooms did really well, but the standouts definitely in my opinion were you know, room 2 and room 3. Rebirth really holding down the fort with the synergies of Raid, and my Cosmic Shielding just having so much synergy with the Cosmic Hero buff as well. I really love the fact they took advantage of that. I want to see how they do, but from this success that I had with the 3 wins in my first week, defense was definitely the difference maker here. By having that strong defensive option, we were able to really take down all the offensive opponents that took a chance at us, and as well, we are actually left with some very strong offensive teams. So allow me to go through that, guys, to show you what was left after this. So not grouped in any kind of particular rare order, just the way that I kind of navigate when I'm looking through my characters. So they're not necessarily the team, but you know, Dormammu, Doctor Doom, Spider Weaver, Val, and Omega Red. This wasn't the team I used together. I just wanted to showcase for you guys that I slotted them into my different teams where needed. Sometimes they were together, sometimes they were split up, depending on what I was trying to take down. But I mean, just look at the arsenal of weapons that I have because of the defense I already have slotted in. And again, they're getting a lot of room bonuses. So I love the fact that I had every single one of these meta changing characters to my disposal, and that created a lot of versatility for the rooms that I attacked. I got the full-on Darkhold, and they can pretty much take down, you know, 4 or 5 out of the 6 rooms, depending on where you want to place them. So for sure, they're a very strong option for offense. But as well, if you want to put them on defense too, I'm sure they can take up a big space. But I just feel like they're like a guaranteed win for me. So I need that to ensure that I can do more points and damage than my opponent. I have the full Eternals here mixed in with the New Warriors. I actually still have not had a chance to build up Firestar and Gwenpool just because of the fact of the gears, and I've been trying to bring in my Dark Dimension 6 characters. So, but I mean, this 5 set character team is really powerful already together. They don't need the other 2, but I mean, having said that, it's great to know that in the future my offensive options can only get better, especially once I fully invest in the New Warriors and the full team synergy there. We also have this, honestly, you know, this team is definitely lacking now. But I mean, we still have Kestrel with Captain Sam, Maria, Sharon, Carter, and Shang-Chi. They're a great slotting team. They've statistically they've been power crap. But I mean, they can still have a lot of control depending on where you want to use them. So I do like that synergy there. Still a strong skill team, but again, their stats, you can definitely notice it. So I do have to be a little bit more strategic. I got the full-on DSC team here, and they can take down a lot of teams as well. You just gotta be wary of some of the defensive options that are available. But obviously, they would have been a decent Room 2 mirror match if someone has them on defense. So I like having them on offense, especially with Magneto's ultimate, and as well the Nemesis and just the synergy of Archangel and how he can just generate energy and do so much damage, especially once it starts snowballing. We got Bionic Avengers as a decent offensive option to control, especially with the flipping of negatives to positives, as well as stripping positive buffs from the enemies. I found great value in that. And then we still have the full arsenal of our Master of Evil. So Masters of Evil still isn't too heavily built. It's really reliant on Kang, but I mean, this team can punch up a lot of teams, so that's why I love having them, even despite not having to invest a lot of resources with their synergies coming from Cosmic Crucible. So those are my big guys. They've been able to get the job done. I've been able to full clear all 3 attempts actually in this first week. So I'll keep you guys up to date, but hopefully this gives you some ideas in terms of defense that has worked for me. Hopefully we can find some more success, and we will see how the dust settles once these bugs are fixed, and whether or not these teams are going to still be successful following that. So I will definitely keep you guys up to date and posted. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.